last time you couldn't see what I was doing, so let's arrange. I'm missing a bowl. Okay. Now I think I'm ready. Now you guys can't see, huh? Okay. How's that? Didn't work. All right. So, ready to go? Yeah. Okay. I already made the chicken because we had a little vent issue out here, so I couldn't cook it out here. It's not sucking right, so you guys all be sitting there coughing. So it's already cooked. 160 degrees of pure, beautiful chicken breast. I'm making a healthy chicken salad today because it's been warm. I've been wanting something kind of fresh and crunch, so this is what we're gonna do. So I got my meat. I got my stuff. First thing I'm gonna do is get my veggies going. We're gonna do a couple stalks of celery. And this is gonna be kind of like a chopped salad. So we're not gonna do slicing. We're gonna do dicing. So usually what I'll do is I'll stack them. And I'll go like this, and I'll stack them again. And I'll split them. And that gives me pretty good stuff. And then the outside ones typically need one more. And the inside ones are usually small enough. Make sense? All right. And then I just look through them to see if there's a wide one. And I'll just give a little slice down the middle. Then I'll get them like this, and I'll double them up again. This means you don't have to go like this a bunch of times. So, thank you. So as we get in there, then roll your fingers under so you don't cut the tips of your finger off. You just get right in there. And that'll save you a bunch of time. Not going all the way down with the whole length of it. All right. Now, next item we're going to do is onions. Got 3 green onions. I gave them a little trim and wash already. So when you put a bag in that can, they're going to be mad later. No. Same thing. I just kind of break them down a little bit and stack them up. That way I don't have to cut all the way down the length of it. Saves a little time. And it likes to jump away sometimes, but just bring it back in there to the fold. All right. Now we're going to dice up a little bit of parsley, a couple teaspoons, I think is the recipe. So on that, I'll just take and I'll grab onto it and I'll pull it together. So I'll just lean it up there and I'll pull them down and then cut them. That way you don't have all this thick stem stuff in it. Now, a lot of times with cilantro, I'll use the stem, but with parsley, it tastes like you just cut your grass, so I don't use that. I leave that out. But with parsley, or with cilantro, I'll take and do like I just showing you. But then I'll get real fine like that. And you put that in there, the flavor goes a long way. All right. Now this guy, I just like to wad up. And just get in there. And then I usually bring it back, do a little flip, go the other way. And that'll usually get you where you want to go. Sometimes I'll look through it just to see if there's a couple big pieces you don't want stuck in your teeth. Nobody likes that. Okay. Next, we're going to do grapes. We're going to have about a cup of grapes. So that we'll just do. That'll give me about a cup, I think. We'll even have a cup here. So on these, I like to split them long ways down, like right through where the stem comes in. And I do that because, one, it gets more flavor into the chicken when you mix it up. And two, it's a better bite when you're having a chicken salad than having a whole grape in there. So we'll just take these off the stem, making sure to find little guys like that, because nobody likes biting into that. Kind of like having a fish bone. Nobody needs that. All right, and then that you just take them and hold them like this, real delicately between your fingers, give them a little love, and then slice right down the middle. There's some guys that stack up two like this and go like that. But hey, he's showing off at this point. You know. There's also guys that take chopsticks and run them together like that and then do it all. But there's no reason to do that either. I mean, I could show off, but I don't have chopsticks available. Another thing people do is with like cherry tomatoes, they'll put them on a plate and they'll stick another plate over the top of them. And then they'll cut through the plate like that. And that'll get you all your cherry tomatoes in half. But they're kind of wonky because they don't all stand up right. And I kind of like to just have I like to go through the center of that so you can see there's the little core in there. It gives it kind of a cool look. There you go. Online crowd. And if you end up doing it with the plate method, then you're cutting through some half standing up and half sitting down. But it does make it quick. All right, how did we do? I think I went overboard a little bit. Come on.
Perfect.
Come on. Like I've been doing this for 40 years. All right. Now we've got our celery, our grapes. I have some diced almonds. Anybody allergic to nuts? Okay, we'll leave those out. We've got some sliced onions. We've got our parsley. Now we'll make the dressing. So we're doing a nice Greek yogurt dressing. I like using Greek yogurt because there's more protein in Greek yogurt than it is in regular yogurt. So it gives you a little more boost. Typically has a little more calories, but it's a healthier kind of boost your protein kind of thing. So we use it here at the hospital when we give it to our patients. We only use the Greek. Now the best yogurt is the Bulgarian. So if you can ever get your hands on the Bulgarian yogurt, ain't nothing like it. So good. Anyway, I think these guys have Bulgarian cultures in theirs. I'm blind now though, so I can't tell. It's called C. bulgaricus. I can't tell. It's got the acidophilus, I think. But yeah, if you find a yogurt that has C. bulgaricus in it, they're the ones that invented it. So, all right. 3/4 of a cup. That's going to be 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce, 4, 5, 6. So your tablespoon is a 1/2 ounce. When you glop it up like that, you figure you get enough. We don't have to get too nitty picky, but maybe just a little. Tablespoon of Dijon mustard. You guys like the Dijon? Have you any Grey Poupon? You guys remember that commercial from the day? I never did get to ride in that silver street. All right. 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. No fresher than that, right? Here we go. That's a 1/4 cup. Typically, you'll get about 1/4 cup out of 1 lemon. If you're really cool, you put your thumb in it and squeeze around it, but I'll spare you the gory details. Look at that. We're going to get what we need out of 2 sides. So here we go. I thought this guy was seedless. I only got 1, though. So if somebody gets a seed, you get the prize.
What's the prize?
Prize is you get the Eagle lemon seed. Woo! All right. Then we're going to have a little bit of celery seed. I like celery seed in a lot of things. Some people don't like the flavor of it, but it adds a lot of punch, and you don't really need that much. A little 1/2 teaspoon here. 1 teaspoon of salt. Don't try this at home. And black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, that's the dressing. Whisk it up or tablespoon it up if you like. So it kind of gives you that almost poppy seed look to it because of the celery seeds that are in there. There's a lot of good things in celery seeds. It's good for your guts. All right, you guys have probably had this salad, but probably with mayonnaise before, right? It tastes pretty good with the pretty. It's not bad at all. All right, now that's going to go into our fruit and veg. And I'm trying to get as much out of here as I can because I don't like to be wasteful. I don't have my spatula with me, so that makes it a little easier. All right, and then we'll stir that all together in there. So you get kind of a thing looking like a tuna salad or a chicken salad. That's what we're doing here. Where's the chicken, you might ask? Here it is right here. I was trying to let it cool off a little bit because I just cooked it. And I didn't want to put meat down first and then vegetables on top of it. So we're going to start with veggies, fruit, and then go to the chicken. So on this, we'll just do a nice little dice. So this breast, the grains run, the cells kind of run this way. So you see, if you pull it apart, how they kind of go. So first cut I like to do is I like to flip it sideways like that so the grains are kind of going down. And then I go on an edge like this. And the only reason to do this is that you get a bite that tears away and it's not a chew. So this, if you do it like that first and then you go back to do the back side of the dice, then you know you got a good cross grain cut. So as you bite into it, it'll be softer and it won't stick in your teeth and you won't be annoyed. So see kind of how that tears apart like that. And then it swoops this way. You want to cross the grain as it lays down like that. And then just take it back the other way. A lot of people just take it, drop it, start hacking on it, and then you get like a wad of those fibers together, and then they're chewy. That's how you go 5-star. Now you know. Yeah, you cook this one on fire. I mean, you don't have to do that. You can cook it in the oven if you like. In a pan with a little bit of sunflower oil. Just a little bit on the bottom, do a little pan sear. It doesn't really matter. But when you do with fire, you get a better flavor, I think. A bit of char. Okay, this we're going for 3 cups. That looks like 3 cups to me. Ideally, you would put this in the fridge to cool it down since you're making a salad. But there's a lot of salads now that are hot cold, so if you're going to eat it right away and you want to go hot cold, you can do it that way. Just make sure if you have some left over, you get it cooled down right away so that it doesn't sit at that weird temp for too long. All right. Now we'll get that stirred in with the wrong stirring utensil.
All I know is you get snacks.
That's what's going to happen. You always show up right about the time.
Exactly.
You know what's about to go down.
I show up at snack time.
All right. So now you got that. The char gives a little bit of color, so it's not just a bland kind of pale mess. Color with the celery and the grapes makes it nice. All right, I'm gonna do a little wash here. I didn't bring out my lettuce. I'll be right back.
And everything, or if everything's yeah.
All right. So my lettuce I've got is a little, they call this an Arcadian blend. Just basically a baby lettuce, red and green. I like getting some color in there because color's got more of the stuff that your body craves. Phytonutrients. I'm gonna dish one up for my friend that can't do the. I took that thing I just had. That's how we mock, guys.
That's get started.
All right, there's the nutless one. Everybody else good with almonds? Okay, so the almonds would have gone in earlier, but we wanted to make sure. The almonds give you a nice monosaturated fat. Some good stuff in there for you. Also helps curb hunger pains. Does a little bit of that. So if you're hungry, want a handful of nuts. A lot of fat and a lot of calories, but it's good fat. There's more and more evidence of good fat being not such a big deal. All right.
Seeing more vegetables, like carrots or bell peppers, or what would you recommend and why?
So there's all kinds of things you can do with this. The recipe I pulled together didn't have like bread in it, or like I would have probably made a wrap with this on a whole wheat tortilla, and then I would have probably put in some other kind of vegetables to go with. I didn't want to stuff a tomato or something with it because it has grapes in it, but you can put it on bread and make a sandwich. There's a bunch of things you can do with it. Like I said, I like to make a wrap with this, and if you do that, then you add a little Asian flair to it. Put a little mandarin orange and red pepper, and that's really nice. I mean, it's pretty much endless what you can do. If you're going to change vegetables around, it's not going to really affect your caloric intake or anything. And then if you get more color in there, even better.
Yep.
And your chicken, did you flatten it before you cooked it?
Yeah, this chicken is it's boned and skinned, and you give it a little tap so that it breaks it down some. You can do it either way. If you're going to dice it up like this, then it doesn't really make that big a difference. If you're going to eat it whole, then you get it softer if you do a little pound on it. I prefer, when I'm able to cook with skin and bone, and then pull it off afterwards, because you get a lot more flavor in skin and bone. I mean, if you don't want to eat the fat afterwards, pull the skin off afterwards. Cooking it without the skin and bone, you lose a lot of flavor, texture. And a lot of people are squeamish about eating skin and bone, or seeing it even. But we got to know where our food comes from, right? This was a living, breathing animal at one point. Did you know that? Okay. Some people don't know that. Yeah, I'll have to do a class where I bring my chicken in, and I'll show you how to do the whole. And we'll clean it up.
You get to wash it around.
No, I don't like to see that. You know, I want to be respectful to the poor thing.
No, I know.
I mean, people do, and it happens. If you drop it on accident, they do. That's like, oh. Anyway, sorry guys. Sorry about all that. Okay. Drag it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you don't want, you don't have to have. But here, those who want, come get. Maybe Brad will come back by since he was his eye on it. And if you like to have it saucier, you can double the on the recipe. It has how it's broke out, the dressing ingredients. You can double that, make it a little wetter. Use half of it in your chicken mix and the rest of it as a dressing over the lettuce if you want to do a salad like that. That's one way to go. What do you think?
It's right. It's good.
The Dijon helps quite a bit, and the lemon pops, makes things pop, and even the acid that's in the yogurt gives a little more brightness. All right, and this thing has 227 calories, 9 grams of carbs, 41 grams of protein, so it's pretty protein packed. Only 5 grams of fat, saturated only 1 because of the press. So yeah. It's a pretty straightforward supper time when it's hot kind of deal. So, and then if you're hungry and you want to eat, just make a burrito out of it and call it a day. Just roll it up. Any questions? So good. Did you have extra recipes? Or I need to make some photocopies?
Oh, I like.
Oh, you did the thing. Okay, perfect.
Well, thanks
Alrighty
for
then.
this.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
So you don't get the chili stream.
Yeah. Did you notice that you didn't have such of a bite?
They're all soft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until today.
Yeah, and it was cooked actually a little overdone. A couple of those were 170. So
If you want to use tuna, how would you incorporate that and modify it for more of a tuna salad?
you could use tuna. I would use probably a skipjack or one that's not as strong flavored. And if you got you talking about a can, or you talking about like a fillet?
I can mount tuna, so
Okay.
I have real
You already got a can? Yeah. Just pull it out, flake it, and mix it in. I would put it in at the last minute, so it doesn't just break all the pieces. But yeah, mix it like I did. Mix everything together, the dressing in it, and then just lay your tuna into it and just kind of fold it in. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, you could use other proteins too, turkey or even ham salad if you got a nice lean ham.
I like tofu.
Tofu, if you did a quick fry on it and gave it some body and some texture so it would bind, then it would mix in nice. If you didn't, it would look like baby food as you mix it in. So, but yeah, usually what I'll do is I'll take a little sunflower oil and just real light in the pan, and I'll cube up tofu and I'll just toss it and just so that the outside has a little texture, and then usually it'll hold shape as you stir it. It'll break up a little bit, but it won't be as bad. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pack up then.
Thank you so much.
Is there another nut you would recommend instead of almonds?
You know what I really like is pistachio. I mean, they're expensive,
Ooh, yeah.
but yeah, that's the nut I usually go to
That's a
for
good
for flavor and that sort of thing. You can find them a lot now. It's just that they're pricey right now. They're real popular in the Dubai chocolate, so the price of them went way up. So if you haven't heard of Dubai chocolate, it's worth tasting.
It is.
it's,
Never had it.
it's pretty good.